In today's video, Jennifer asks, how do I know, based on my analytics, when it's time to change tactics? This is a great question because marketers typically don't spend a lot of time using their analytics to drive change, using their analytics to make decisions on a rapid basis. And so for this, we're going to need to look outside of marketing. We're going to need to look at a different discipline, a different set of technologies and techniques that are well-tuned and time-tested, time-proven for changing tactics as soon as an indicator or a data series goes sour. What discipline? Financial trading. Financial trading, the stock market, investments and things like that has hundreds, if not thousands, of techniques for very quickly spotting something's going wrong or something's going right in your data. Now, market traders use these techniques to do things like buy and sell stocks. Hey, if an indicator is going the right way, buy, buy, buy. And of course, if it's going the wrong way, sell, sell, sell. We can apply these same ideas and these same concepts to marketing data, and they actually work better in marketing. The reason why is that the stock market is so volatile and the stock market has so many confounding variables that these techniques sometimes struggle in the stock market. But if you think about something like your web analytics, there's no shadow website that's secretly sending you traffic or things like that, right? It's just your website. You own it, and your data is your data. And our companies are, compared to the stock market, so small and so not real time that these mathematical techniques shine brilliantly. So we're going to look at a technique today called the moving average convergence divergence indicator. Now that is a mouthful. But what it basically means is this. If we were to look at your Google Analytics data, here's the number of users that have been to my website in the last year. If I were to take a short-term moving average, say like a 7-day moving average, smoothing out the number of users, that would give me a trend of an average of the last 7 days that rolls as time goes on. Now, if I were to also take a longer-term moving average, say like 28 days, 4 weeks, and plot that out as well, I would have a less volatile, less choppy line. The way the moving average convergence divergence indicator works is that when the short-term average crosses over and then is above the long-term average, that means your site is growing. You've gotten more traffic on average in the last 7 days than you have in the last 28 days. So great job. Whatever you're doing is working. The converse is also true. If your 7-day moving average is below your 28-day moving average, meaning that you've gotten less traffic in the last 7 days than you have in the last 28 days, time to change tactics. Now, what's good about this is that you don't need to wait for monthly reports or quarterly reports or anything. You can run this sort of data on a weekly or even a daily basis if you're doing some high-stakes stuff to very quickly figure out, are things going in the right direction or the wrong direction? And because we're using Google Analytics data, if you wanted to, you could segment this out by things like channels or sources or mediums. If you wanted to just measure email, you could specify, I just want to track email traffic and see how it's fluctuating, or I want to track social media traffic, or even just Facebook traffic. I could track that over time. So let's put this into action. I've got my data series here. I'm using the R programming language because it's easier for me. You can do this in something as simple as Excel. It just takes a longer time. It doesn't scale very well. With R, you can vacuum in your data and immediately begin using it. So I'm going to run the moving average convergence divergence indicator. I'm going to plot it. It's going to do its thing. Now let's make this chart bigger. And see that zero line? This is a signal line, which means that this is a look at how quickly is that moving average convergence divergence indicator fluctuating. Is it above or below? So anytime this line is above zero, things are working. My short-term average is above my longer-term average. Life is good. Anytime it's below this line, bad things happening. Need to do something immediately. Of course, there are some things that are seasonal. For example, like this is the holidays. No one was on my website during the holidays. I don't blame them. And so I lost a lot of traffic then. But now, after the holidays, it spiked back up. And then a few days ago, I was down, and now I'm back up. Now, if I were to run this tracker every single day, and you could, because when you write things in code, it vacuums in the data and just runs it relatively quickly. The moment this indicator starts to hit zero or start to go below the zero line, you know, okay, add some more dollars to the ad budget, or change content tactics, maybe run a predictive forecast. Like, what else are people talking about right now that we should be participating in to get this number back above zero? Now, you are going to have ups and downs in the zeros, above and below the zero line. That is natural. No site perpetually grows up and to the right. Never happens. You will always have fluctuations. What you want to avoid are prolonged periods of time when you're below that zero line, when your longer-term average is higher than your short-term average, because that means your site is on a steady decline. So little spikes are okay. Longer-term, like this going down, not as okay. So this is one indicator, and is one of many that you could use to figure out, hey, my stuff is growing and my stuff is shrinking. I need to either double down on the tactics I'm already using, or I need to change tactics. So great question, Jennifer. Look to other disciplines besides marketing to apply proven techniques to your marketing data, and you'll be surprised at just how rich a toolkit you will have after just a few months of testing things out and trying them for extracting new insights and telling you that you need to do something differently. As always, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter, and I'll talk to you soon. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.